Hello, and thank you for your interest in studying A-level law here with us at Strode College. My name's Rowena Mudge. I'm going to take you through some of the information and questions that you might have regarding A-level law. So let's get started. In terms of the basics then, this would be studied as one of your 3 A-levels. There's 5.5 hours worth of weekly delivery currently on our timetables, and we follow the AQA specification. All subjects are now reformed. That means we are now on a linear A-level, and you will have 3 2-hour exams at the end of the second year. In terms of entry requirements then, we do look at 5 GCSEs at grade 4 and above, which makes us a really inclusive A-level, but that must include GCSE English and Maths. We require no prior knowledge of the law. We'll take you through everything from the basics to the more complex notions. All you need is to have a real interest and a passion about the subject. So in terms of what we study then, there are 3 substantive, that means main topics, and alongside those we study topics on the English legal system, such as how law is created, criminal law, and lay people. We look at lawmaking, which includes delegated legislation and law reform. And in the second year we look at some more in-depth topics of law, including concepts which cover things like fault, law and morality, and whether law is ever achieves justice. In terms of the big substantive topics then, we study criminal law, and we look at non-fatal offences such as assault and battery, and then fatal offences including murder, gross negligence, manslaughter, and we also cover some property offences including theft and robbery. Tort law, which includes things like negligence, so that's your no win, no fee stuff that you see on the TV, nuisance, so if somebody plays their music too loud, what can you do about it, and vicarious liability, where an employer can be liable for the acts of their employee. And finally, we study contract law. Now, contract law is something that on the face of it, people think is quite boring, but every single time you get on the bus or you've got a mobile phone or you purchase a Mars bar, you're creating a contract. So we look at how contracts are formed and what you can do if somebody breaches your rights. So why should you study law then? Well, actually, the law is relevant in every single career, every single employment that you might go into. I've yet to find someone who can answer the question, what employment doesn't relate to the law in some way. So, for example, if you decided to go and work for your local council in child services, then actually you're affected by the Children's Act. If you wanted to work as a dustman, you are affected by road safety legislation. In terms of going on to higher education in the last few years, some of our law students have progressed onto law degrees, and some subsidiaries of that, including criminology, but also they've looked at various other professions, including medicine, policing, and business studies. Now, there is a myth that if you want to study law at university, then you shouldn't study A-level law, and that is exactly what it is. It's a complete myth. You wouldn't go to university to study maths at degree level without studying it at A-level. And in fact, last year, one of our students went to Cambridge to study law, and the dean of the faculty there commented that he wished that more students studied A-level law to get that basic understanding. So it is a myth, and it doesn't stop our students going on and studying law at university. So what extracurricular activities do we offer? Well, last year we had a local magistrate and a barrister, and we also were very lucky to have the Chief Constable of Avon and Somerset Police come and visit us at Strode. We also invited and had a talk by a leader of the House of Commons, Jacob Rees-Mogg. We've gone on various day trips to the University of Law, and we've undertaken a murder investigation day and a day in court experience. We visited Shepton Mallet Prison, where our students were not only treated as prisoners and processed, but had the opportunity to go into the cell. They took part in an escape room task, and that was lots of fun. And we also plan a day trip to London to view the Houses of Parliament and the Supreme Court. So I've just put on some pictures of some of the stuff that we've done in the last academic year. We do try where we can to get out of the college and see how law works in practice. So in terms of additional extracurricular activities, we work closely with the University of Bristol and support the Pathways to Law programme, which entitles students who want to go on and study law at a degree level to get some mentorship and some extra sessions with the University of Law. They also give a reduced offer to those that successfully complete our programme. As I've said, one of our law students won a place to read law at Cambridge last year. We had 3 students who gained places on legal apprenticeships at Burgess Salmon in Bristol. And in the previous 2 years, we've had students gaining work experience at an international law firm following a very competitive entry process. And we've also had a student gain a 3-year bursary and vacation programme with Cameron McKenna, which is a big law firm internationally. So why should you study A-level law at Strode rather than anywhere else? Well, we have a very successful history when it comes to our students achieving at A-level. So you will see where the red arrows are our performance compared to other similar colleges. And last year, we had over 69% of our students achieve A star to B, which is the high grades. And as you can see from the middle bar graph, we had 90% of our students achieving A star to C grades. We've consistently been within the top 25 performing colleges for A-level law in the country. And within the last 5 years, we've actually rated in the top 10 as well. A2 law results for 2015 were actually the best in the country for value added. And on average, every student left A-level law with at least 1 grade higher than their target grade. So finally then, why should you study law? Well, it's interesting and it's about real cases. It's not about learning large amounts of boring legislation. We try and make it as relevant as we can to everyday life. And you also develop lots of skills such as problem solving, working in a team, questioning, attention to detail that are relevant to lots of other subjects. And as I said earlier on, what job is not governed by the law? Therefore, it makes it an incredibly relevant A-level. So finally, if you've got any questions, then feel free to contact myself or my colleague Roxanne Burrell, who is the other law teacher here at Strode, and we'll be happy to answer any questions. In the meantime, please feel free to give us a shout, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your virtual open evening. Bye-bye.